Hang on, guys. Huge dub. Huge dub. Just got done watching the Bulls take on the Cavaliers, man. What a game. What a game. Bulls are looking nice right now. How we doing out there, guys? A great game all around, top to bottom. Saw everything we wanted to see. Zach looking like the MVP. Matt Thomas. Yeah, Matt Thomas was hooping. Everybody got involved. Didn't see anyone out there really who didn't look like they were on top of their game. It's got to feel good. It's got to feel good for Zach LaVine. Right? Like Zach, this was all about Zach this whole time. It was about making sure that we built a team around Zach LaVine that, you know, could win and that he felt excited to play for. And we did it, man. We did it. We got Zach the team. DeMar looks great. Lonzo looks great. Alex Caruso looks great. Javonte Green looks amazing. Javonte Green? We haven't even seen Patrick Williams. We haven't even seen Derrick Jones Jr., Kobe White. Matt Thomas? What's up, Jeffrey? This is Javonte's world as far as I'm concerned. We're just living in Javonte's world right now. Javonte Green was awesome in that game. You love to see it from a guy that was just kind of a part of the trade. You know, he wasn't like the number one target in the trade. He was just kind of on the margins, and to have that kind of impact immediately. So I was talking Stanley Johnson in the starting lineup. I didn't even have Javonte Green on my radar for that. He's a guard. He's playing the 4. It's crazy. Like having a 2 guard come in and play the 4 and play it well, mind you. It was awesome. And of course, I will not forget to come to Brazil. But yeah, man, just a good game top to bottom. They're up by 40 points. Like, yeah, you love to see it. And that's what building a strong roster. That's why you do it, man. That's why you hire Arturas and Mark Eversley. You need a top to bottom strong roster. You can't just coast off of a couple stars. This team, man. Yeah, so Lauri Markkanen was not on top of his game necessarily. He got a little hot there in garbage time, but no revenge game for Lauri and Denzel tonight. Unfortunately for them. What's up, guys? See Red. Any I mean, where do you start? Like, I saw everything I wanted to see tonight. We booed Denzel Valentine. I'm not the type to go around and boo former players. I probably wouldn't have done it personally. It's okay. Not gonna make fun of anyone for doing it, but I wouldn't do it personally. Javonte was plus 30 in the game. Yeah, Vooch wasn't shooting it too well. As ACOP pointed out, Vooch was not wetting it from deep like usual, which is okay, man. You know what? First game, getting the rust off. It's Vucevic. I mean, I'm not concerned. I am not concerned. Yeah, Alex Caruso, just, I mean, they did it, man. Like, we've been talking about it. We've been talking about it for so long. And they did it. They built this team. They built it around Zach LaVine. They're good. Like, it just feels, it feels great. I'm so happy that we got to experience this finally. As fans of this team, we've been through the mud a little bit, especially us who weren't alive for the Jordan era. And I know, you know, it's a preseason game, I get it, but just really exciting to see them play like that. And it makes me excited, man, for what's coming next. You know, I think Alba, you just pointed out a great thing. A 20-minute stretch without any turnovers. Two big things from last season. You know what? Three big things from last season they had problems with. Turnovers, fouling, and not passing the ball. And that they did all of those things in spades tonight. They went out of their way to make sure the ball wasn't sticking. They played great defense. They ran in transition. Just all of the things, like I said, that I wanted to see. They did it. And all the things that I feel like they were lacking last season, they've improved on. And I think that that's a testament to Billy Donovan, man. Like, you know what? The players obviously deserve most of the credit because they played a great game. But Billy Donovan, let's not understate how good of a night he had. His rotations were really good. I feel like he had a good feel for who was, you know, hot and who wasn't. He put guys in good positions to succeed. Like I think he put Alex Caruso in a lot of good positions to succeed with some of the lineups that he was a part of. Lonzo looked great. Yeah, man. I just, there's so much to feel good about here, and I'm happy. I'm excited for the future. I'm so excited for the future. There's a lot left in store. This is just the foundation. You know, Marco didn't play. Tony Bradley didn't play. You know, there's what I like about this team is the mix of young and old, of veterans and younger guys. Patrick Williams, when he plays, like, he's got 3 years now to learn under DeMar DeRozan, and 3 years to learn and win with him. The same thing with Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo Dosunmu's got years to learn under Alex Caruso. Got Billy Donovan, great mentor for a young point guard. Mo Cheeks, a great mentor for a young point guard. So I just look top to bottom at this team. Marko Simonovic, another young guy. It's built to win now and later. Even looking at like Trey Brown Jr., Alize Johnson, like these are guys that could be around for the long haul. DeBalzac, undefeated. DeBalzac has yet to lose in the NBA. Now they've yet to technically win as well, but we'll take our moral victory here in the preseason. Yeah, defense was on display, and I think the defense from Billy Donovan that he keeps preaching, you hear him talk about it in his press conferences. He preaches getting out and running, and they did that a lot, and that makes your offense, I mean, it makes offense easier because you'll get mismatches, you'll get, you know, 3-on-1, 2-on-1 opportunities, but just having these good rebounders like Javonte Green, like Nikola Vucevic, these guys who can start the break, Lonzo who can start the break, who can get boards, like just having so many guys who have those abilities. It's versatility, man. Like you can, Javonte Green is a guard and he was playing the 4 tonight. Like that is something that AK and Mark Eversley have preached since the very beginning, which is versatility. Sorry, I didn't read chat for a second. Lonzo was hounding on defense, man. Lonzo showed us everything. You know what? Lonzo, I think he deserves a special shout out because a lot of people were telling me, like, oh, Pelicans fans were telling me, oh, just wait, he's such a diva. He'll never be able to play off ball. He doesn't want to. Bro, he played off ball for a significant stretch there in the second quarter. DeMar DeRozan was driving. He was facilitating. Lonzo was deferring to him. You know, they did a couple dribble handoffs, and Lonzo was handing the ball off to DeMar DeRozan. So credit to Lonzo Ball for, I don't know where those stereotypes or those labels came from necessarily, but I mean, I didn't see it, so I'm not worried about it. And like I said, credit to Lonzo Ball for being an unselfish player and having a good game. People got mad at me for my Alex Caruso tweet about D-Rose. It's a joke, guys. Relax. Because Alex Caruso had that really nice up and under move. Everyone needs to lighten up. Just a joke about the layup. Alize was great. Alize Johnson, I've been telling you guys. Bro gets boards. I like how Alize Johnson plays. I'm a big fan of how he crashes the boards and then looks to run in transition. Is it official Derrick Jones Jr.? Derrick Jones Jr. is number 5. I believe so. Whatever he was wearing during media day. Let's see. Bumping in. I can tell you. Oh, they've got Getty Images has all the photos up from the Bulls and Cavs game already. Oh, these are beautiful photos too. I wonder if it'd be illegal to show these because I don't own these photos. Derrick Jones Jr. officially wears number 5. Got it. Top of the morning. Let's see. Would I look into adding Sekou? Probably not. I like what we have going on right now. Not that I don't know. Sekou is just. I'm not a huge Sekou guy. I know a lot of people like him, and I know a lot of people meme him. But I like what we got. I feel comfortable with our depth right now, and I think I was surprised by how tall our not so tall players played. Now Devon Dotson plays small. I'll give you that, but like Javonte Green, like we talked about, like Trey Brown Jr. When we get Patrick, he'll be the same kind of thing. Even DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo Ball. They were getting blocks. And this is a team that lacks rim protection. So if you're going to get up and you're going to get blocks like that, either in the mid-range, I think Javonte had a couple that were like right at the rim. I mean, I'm not too worried about our forward depth. The versatility of these four. Patrick Williams, guys. Patrick Williams is going to be playing like a pseudo rim protection role from his 4 spot. So if you can get that same kind of production from guys like Javonte Green, Derrick Jones Jr. when he gets back, even Nikola Vucevic had a good game defensively. Yeah, I mean, makes me happy that they're playing like that. I'm watching a clip of Lonzo stripping Lauri Markkanen. Lauri had a rough night. Yeah, Lauri had a rough night. You know, okay. First game with his new team against his old team. We're good, man. We got our own guys. We don't have to worry about Lauri. Not our problem anymore. So, you know, he made his bed. It is what it is. You know, Laurie started hitting some threes when the team was down by 40 points. So wasn't a factor when the game was within reach. But he'll have off nights. Yeah, Rocksteady. Laurie always has rough nights. He'll have rough nights. He'll bounce back. I'm not going to be a hater. I wish him the best. But I like what we got going on. Yeah, Javonte, some might say baptized him. So we had a good game. Yeah, we had a good game top to bottom. I'll definitely be taking a look at some of my favorite plays later and going over them a little more in depth and maybe do another video about that either tomorrow or the next day. And then get ready for Friday. Another big game on Friday. Chris, hot take. Booing Denzel was low-key disrespectful. Yeah, I don't know if you heard a minute ago. Maybe it was before you hopped in. But you know what? I personally wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have been a part of it. I understand it's a sporting event. People got some beverages in them. They're just going to let loose. It happens, man. It's not a huge deal. It's like Bears fans booing Mitch during the preseason. Like, whatever. It's the same thing. I wouldn't do it personally, but what are you going to do? Can't control other people. Now, my thing is always if you want to boo a player, don't boo the player. Just cheer extra loud when your team is doing well. You know? Just really rub it in there. So like when Laurie got dunked on, like yeah, rub that one in a little extra. Bears fans didn't boo Mitch. Fake news. All right. Either way, it's the same conversation. I liked seeing Io, man. I really liked seeing Io. I think it's important to remember that you've got Coach Billy Donovan, who's always throughout his entire career had success with young defensive-minded point guards. You've got Billy Donovan and you've got Mo Cheeks, who is a Hall of Famer, a legendary defensive-minded point guard. I just think that that's the perfect environment for Io DeSumo to be developing under. And I don't want that to go unnoticed either. You know, I think Billy Donovan, yeah, he's up right now. I'm not listening, but I'll watch it after. Billy Donovan, I know he got some flack last season for some of his rotations. I think he had a great game plan tonight. And I really enjoyed watching him experiment with different lineups, you know? I feel like there was a nice variety. There was a nice balance. We got to see guys in different situations. You know, like we got to see Alex Caruso even facilitating some offense. So that was fun to watch. I mean, Matt Thomas being out there. Think of Matt Thomas like Kobe White. Like that would be where Kobe White would be coming in. And Matt Thomas was decent. I feel like Kobe White, I know Kobe White will be even better. So just start to think about those things. Like when you look at the Javonte Green minutes, how it might trickle down. So like Patrick Williams would be the starter. And then the backup could be Javonte Green. And then from there, you know, Trey Brown Jr. Like that's the kind of trickle down we're going to have to watch for with these minutes as Patrick Williams and Kobe White recover from their injuries. Laurie got embarrassed. I mean, it's preseason. Feels good to win one, man. Feels good to win one convincingly. Yeah, I'm ready for the playoffs. Yeah. I've seen enough, man. I'm ready for the playoffs. What's up, Abby? I'm ready for the playoffs. I'm ready to watch Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan ball out in the playoffs. I'm ready, man. I don't even want I want to keep our guys healthy. Just, you know what? Shut everyone down. Shut everyone down into the playoffs. Let's keep them healthy. We don't need to risk anything. We've seen enough here. Just let Javonte and Marko Simonovic play all the regular season games. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back through and write some more detailed notes about the game. Honestly, I was just vibing. During the regular season, I'll probably write some more detailed notes while I'm watching games. But tonight, man, I was just vibing. It was a fun game, man. It was a really, really fun game. It's so much fun watching these games and like talking with everyone live on Twitter and now here on the live stream after the game. We've got an awesome community. We got an awesome community of Bulls fans. So you guys feeling top 5 seed? I'm feeling top 4. Yeah, I want to go top 4. Top 4 seed. It's interesting watching some of the national pages are giving us a lot of love right now. And like, they didn't want to give us love a couple months ago. It's kind of interesting to see how that turns around. And it's like, we all of us, all of Bulls Nation can look at them and go, well, we told you so. And I'm trying to avoid that with my tweets where it's like, Alize Johnson is hooping right now. Well, we told you. Like, oh, the Bulls, they have so many good passers. Like, well, we told you. Like, oh, DeMar DeRozan, he's actually a really good fit on the Bulls. We tried telling you. So we'll have to hold that deep down under, so we don't get addicted to that, because we did try telling them. We tried telling them all the time. You just kind of look like a jerk when you bring it up every 5 seconds. So we can try to suppress those urges, but it feels good. Let's go back. Let's go back to the 3 storylines that in my preview video I wanted to mention. And before we get into that, yes, Gary reminded me, hit that like button, guys. Make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Turn on notifications. I'm posting videos pretty much every day now. I'm getting back into the grind. So turn those noties back on. You can hear all the latest Bulls updates, game previews, all kinds of cool stuff. What's up, Logan? And $4.99 a month, there is the Super Fan Club, where we will break down film. Probably do that tomorrow on the Super Fan Club. $4.99 a month on YouTube gets you access to that. All kinds of really cool perks go along with that too. So check it out, guys. Merch, arturasfanclub.com/shop. Okay. So the 3 things that I mentioned in my preview video that I wanted to watch in this game. The first one, new Bulls chemistry. How comfortable do these guys look playing together? Is it natural for them? It looked pretty damn comfortable. It looked pretty damn natural. It looked like they were having a good time. It didn't feel like they were forcing anything. I think the chemistry is there. And I feel like it only has the potential to get even better. Number 2, defense. I wanted to see how Zach and Lonzo specifically looked on the defensive end, coming from the guard positions. How is Billy going to manage minutes to balance offense and defense? Yeah. Once again, they did that. They played great defense. Zach was involved and engaged. Lonzo was getting steals and getting blocks. Very, very impressive defensive game from this team. A team that wasn't supposed to be good defensively, apparently. Fucking experts, man. What do these guys know? They don't They need to subscribe to Arturas fan club on YouTube because they don't know what the fuck they're talking. Okay. So defense, check. I saw it. I enjoyed it. I was happy with it. Alex Caruso looked great. Javonte Green obviously looked great. DeMar DeRozan even looked good. So a lot of things to feel good about on the defensive end. Number 3, young players. With Pat, Derek Jones Jr., and Tony Bradley out, this sucks. I predict Marko Simonovic will see some nice minutes in this game. Same thing with Ayo Dosunmu and potentially even Devon Dotson. Obviously, I made this before I knew Marko would be out of the game, unfortunately, with that thumb injury. Hopefully, he's recovering quickly because that's not good. I mean, he's not going to see many regular season minutes. There's only 4 preseason games. So all of these minutes are important for a guy like Marko Simonovic. In his position, you know, you want to get out there and try to impress so you can get even more minutes in the regular season potentially. So that kind of sucked to not see Marko out there. But going through the rest of this, I want to see if these guys have improved at all since we saw them in Summer League and if they can be ready to provide regular season minutes. If called upon, Ayo Dosunmu 100% has improved, I would say, since Summer League. He looks more confident. He looked more in control offensively with his handle. He looked sure in his shot. You know, he wanted that big shot at the end of the quarter, at the end of the third, playing really good defense as always. So Ayo Dosunmu definitely looks like he's improved just in the month or 2 months since we saw him in Summer League. Logan asked, did you see Denzel getting booed? I did. Personally wouldn't have done it. Not a big deal though. So those are the 3 things that I wanted to see in this game, and I saw all of it. I'm very pleased. You could tell I'm a happy reporter or cover analysis. I don't know, what am I? I'm a happy content creator right now because the things that I wanted to see, I got to see. And now I get to go and watch them again and break them down even more in depth. And we're not gonna fixate too closely on preseason, but there are things that it makes me feel really excited about with this squad. You know, things that will translate to the regular season that aren't unique to preseason. I think something in preseason you'll notice a lot. Players who maybe aren't as fast or aren't as athletic tend to look a little bit better in preseason because not everyone is going at 100%. They might not be playing as hard as they would in a regular season game. Now, I would argue in these preseason games, since there's so few of them, they're more important, so they're being taken more seriously by these guys. But when you look at what the Bulls were doing today in terms of their defensive consistency and their playmaking, their passing, their selflessness is the word I'm looking for. They're not selfish, they're selfless. The selflessness, those are things that translate to the regular season. So I'm not concerned about that being just a preseason thing, as so many people want to discredit when you see these guys playing well in the preseason. So happy about that. Excited for the chemistry. Did you see how happy Zach looked? Smiling, having a good time. That doesn't look like a dude who's not going to re-sign. That doesn't look like a dude who has 1 foot out the door. All right. I want to point that out because Zach, pretty sure he's in this thing for the long haul. And if we win like we were winning tonight, yeah, no need to worry. Give Dotson starter minutes. Why? No offense. I think right now Ayo's the better player. I think Devon could have gotten more minutes last season, but it is what it is, man. It's come and gone. All right, let's look at some stats. DeMar DeRozan had 13 points. Alex Caruso had 10 points, 10 assists. Nice little double-double. Lonzo all over the stat sheet. 8 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Lonzo, the stat sheet stuffer. Lonzo, man. Love to see it. This is going to be a good season for him, too. We've got a big 4. Bordering on a big 5. If Pat comes in and and plays like we know he can play. Logan says Zach LaVine has signed a 5-year, $300 million contract. I don't think a $300 million contract is possible, but I'd give it to him. Why the hell not, man? Cap space is a myth. Cap space doesn't exist. But anyway, guys, we're right here at 30 minutes. Nice little podcast length. Might upload this one as a potty to the stream. We'll see. I'll have to re-listen to it and make sure it's suitable for podcast listeners. Before I get out of here, guys, do you have any other questions for me? This was a really fun win, a nice preseason W. It feels really good, but we still got to move on to the next one. Let's enjoy this tonight. Let's have the fun. Let's celebrate. But let's keep in mind, we've got a lot of work left in front of us, and we've still got a lot of guys to get involved into this lineup. We got to work Patrick Williams in here too, and Patrick Williams has other strengths. Javonte Green, I think, played with more aggressiveness tonight than I've seen out of Patrick Williams, maybe in a consistent fashion. So when you put Patrick Williams back in the starting lineup, you got to account for that. You not hear the music? Too quiet? Is that better? It's been on in the background. Must have just had it turned down too much. Rocksteady, you got to contact your physician. You hear me, man, my man? That is a health risk. Seeing how unselfish the team played today, asked Jonathan, are you more optimistic Pat will get a healthy dose of shots per game? He should, and he shouldn't be afraid to take them. When he gets that ball, do something with it, man. Drive the lane or take that three. I feel like he's going to have a lot of open three opportunities. Don't hesitate, man. Take that three. Force defenses to close out on you, because that will give you opportunities then to put it on the court and drive the lane and beat some guys off the dribble. You got to get them to respect that jumper so you can start beating guys off the dribble and collapsing the defense. Feels good, though. Tonight feels good. All right, guys, make sure you are subscribed on whatever platform you are watching and or listening. I've been using Facebook a little more lately and Instagram, so check that out at Arturas Fan Club on all the platforms. As always, you guys know how to find me. We'll do another live stream on Friday night, probably after the next game. But there will be other videos coming out this week. I got Super Fan Club content. Make sure to go over to YouTube, only $4.99 a month to get exclusive content, all kinds of other really cool perks. There's exclusive ways to communicate with me, behind the scenes stuff, emojis, badges, really cool stuff. So check that out. And sorry, I got distracted. And we're going to have another video coming out later this week previewing the next game with the Bulls and the Pelicans. Familiar foes here for Lonzo Ball. Got to see Zion. Would like to have Patrick Williams for a game against Zion. We'll see if our point guard turned power forward can handle Zion Williamson. We'll have to see. But keep an eye out for that preview episode coming out later this week. And make sure you guys are subscribed as always. Thanks again, guys, for watching tonight. This was a great game. This was a great night. Y'all get some sleep, rest up. Get some rest over the next couple of days, actually, because Friday night, it's a Friday night, man. I'm not going anywhere Saturday. Y'all ain't going anywhere Saturday. If the Bulls have another game like tonight, we are partying into the wee hours of the evening. You hear me?